Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm joined by the lovely Julia. Hello, lovely Julia.
Hello, lovely Richard and lovely viewers.
We're making a video today in a little village in Surrey, I've just looked it up, called Newdigate. That's Newdigate as opposed to Newdigate,
Yes.
just so that there's any clarification required.
There's probably a special pronunciation to that.
That probably is. Now, we're going to go, I don't know anything about it. We've just been making another video around Rusper and had a lovely interview with the Reverend there. And we just thought, well, we're in the area, let's go and have a quick look. So that's really what this is. What attracts me particularly to Newdigate is the church. Just standing by the Lich Gate here, Julia. Let's see if we can go. I'll let you go first. It's St. Peter's Church. And there's the chimes. I think that's chiming possibly midday. But it's got a wonderful oak tower. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to see it. It's
stunning, isn't it?
It is absolutely stunning. It's one of the finest oak towers, I believe, in the country.
Yeah, it looks it. I rather like the ornate Lich Gate too.
Yes, the Lich Gate behind us there.
Yeah.
Let's walk around the church first of all and have a look at it. So it's a beautiful church set in a churchyard on a rise with the Six Bells pub behind us, I noticed, which
Yes.
might have to go and frequent that. And warm up because it is a cold day. We've both got our hats on. You can see that the church here is built of, well, it's got a lot of ironstone and presumably local stone in it. Oh, we come to a bit of a dead end here. We can't get round because we've got the buggy with us today.
You can go around, I'll meet you the other way.
Go around and I'll meet you the other way?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to step up round here into the north side of it. And here, this very beautiful Horsham stone. Let's have a look at this. Not often you get the chance to see it quite so close up because it's come right down. Horsham stone is a flat sedimentary stone. The graveyard here, as you can see, has a lot of yews, and I believe that locally there is a yew wood, from what I was briefly reading on Wikipedia as we got out of the car. I'm just going to come round this side here to show you. Absolutely more yew trees than I've ever seen in any churchyard at all. Quite staggering. And there's the lovely Julia coming round with the church behind us there with the tower. Let's go and meet up with Julia. Have you seen how many yew trees there are?
There's quite a few. They're lovely, aren't they?
Aren't they?
I love that one on the mound there.
Oh yes, back
I
there.
don't know why that one just jumped out at me.
Well,
But there's also, I don't know if you noticed, but the guttering around the base of the church is really interesting. I've not
let's go
seen
and
it,
have a look.
And the door!
Let's have
Let's
a
go
look.
see the door!
Get the buggy in the right direction and I'll follow you.
Well, you could follow yews. You could follow the yews. They do lead straight to the door.
They do. It's a lovely avenue of yews here. As we come through these yews, you can certainly get now by looking down the hill a measure of how high we actually are. Just down there, we're looking south towards the South Downs, beyond Horsham. Here is the west door to the West Tower, which, like most West Towers, are locked.
Yeah, just checking.
But I'm sure the south door is open.
Beautiful though.
It is very beautiful. The whole tower is interesting because it's tacked on the side or on the west end. It's got a footing of stone now. I'm just curious now to know what came first, the tower or the church. Let's see if the door is open, shall we?
Yes.
Beautiful old door going into the porch here, and yes it is. I'll come in. And as we come in, the lights actually come on their own, and oh my, just going to save that for when Julia comes in. Let her close the doors behind her. I have to say, this is so impressive, and I hope the light comes out. Have a look at this. This is the West Tower. We're stepping up onto the stone base. But my goodness, the tower is made of oak.
This is stunning.
Isn't it stunning?
It is.
It's absolutely beautiful. There was a need for towers to go on the end of churches. Right back in the 13th, 14th century, towers start to appear. And very often, very expensive things. In fact, as expensive as a church itself. And the early ones were built out of oak, out of wood, such as this. And this one is so well preserved. I'd be fascinated to find out exactly when it dates from.
It's so gorgeous and it's so tactile.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
There are the sally ropes. How many sally ropes have we got there?
6.
6. That tells us there's 6 bells in here. And now, looking the other way,
that'd be why the pub is named thus.
Thus the 6 bells.
Yeah. It's really rather cosy that they've put a couple of, 4 pews up here. You can come and sit and chill out.
I imagine when the bell ringers are doing their ringing, people can come and watch them.
Yeah.
What a brilliant idea.
Rather genius.
Absolutely. I'm going to step down.
I love the crisscrossing beams here. Don't know why, there's something so pretty about it.
Let's step down into the main nave now. Coming through, it's got its own rood screen, which is this timber screen between the nave and the chancel. And we'll go through that, which is beautifully ornately carved, into a much lighter area here at the altar. And this light, these windows, I'm imagining would have been put in much later because they think that's what they did. But it's very, it's very simple, isn't it? But at the same time, beautifully ornate.
Yes, this looks rather old, doesn't it? Tree trunk.
Yes, this great big chest. That must keep all the important vessels that they use during the services.
Yeah, it certainly would have back in the day, wouldn't it? Fascinating.
And then to your right is the organ, just tucked inside there, looking very beautiful.
It looks so snug in there, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? I love these little angels, these praying angels here.
Lovely.
I'm going to take a little stroll back up through the rood screen, which is beautifully ornate, as I had mentioned before, and try not to trip down the steps here. Let's nip out. The sun is now shining. Oh yes, you've got to bring young Joseph. I shall just nip out whilst you're sorting that out, and we get a much brighter view outside. Just want to show you, before we disappear, more of the graveyard here and the amazing yews that are behind us. I'm going to climb up the bank here, past this unusual grave marker because it's made of iron. And then rising up above, there are these amazing yew trees, as I've already said. But how about this? It's an interesting shape, isn't it? It's quite narrow at the bottom, but actually it goes up massively. Well, run out of time as ever, Julia, but it's fantastic to see the yews, the church. We'll have to come back and have a look at more detail about the village when we've done a bit of research. But something tells me the 6 bells across the road is open.
Yes.
And I don't know about you, but maybe a light lunch is calling.
Yes. Something hot.
Something warming.
Cup of tea maybe.
So thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's only a fleeting visit, but if you live here and would care to take us round and tell us some more information, then do get in touch, leave a comment. It'd be fantastic. People do that,
Like and subscribe.
Become a patron. And all of those things. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.